Shift Community.
Welcome, everyone. It is the 25th of 2025, and it is time for All Shift Happily Now Community Live. And this one is a special one because we made contact. I already saw a lot of beautiful souls in the chat. I'm excited and thank you so much for being here with us. It's going to be lovely. We're going to talk about what happened in Italy. There will soon be a documentary on my YouTube. So if you aren't subscribed, subscribe. I'm going to tell that everyone now. And second of all, Eric and Nochi are here. So Japan is coming up. We're going to talk a little bit about these things. And a special guest, Neil Gore, is here too, because after all that craziness and beautiful stuff that happened in Italy with ETs and the contact scenario that happened there, we felt inspired to do a webinar together and also talk about some of his experience as well. About ETs. And yeah, let's get started. So let me quickly read before I'm gonna get some of the some of our beautiful guests in. My God, we have so many cool people. Lorene is with us. Hi, thank you so much. She's saying, "Yay, Italy." Grace is here. Good to see you, Grace. Thank you so much for being with us. Rhonda is from Poplar, Wisconsin. Maybe Wyoming? No, Wyoming's with a Y, right? Connie is here. Hi, Connie. Guten Abend to Vienna. Diana is here. That is so amazing. I was actually thinking of getting you on the show because you are a live witness of what happened in Italy. So that's going to be nice. Of course, we have Eric here. Everyone. Hi, everyone. Nice to be here. Hi, Monica. Eric will be on the show in just a moment when I'm done saying hello to everyone here. This seems to be okay. You are new. Thank you so much for being in the All Shift Happily Now community. It's going to be good for your soul. Hello from the Philippines. Wow, so amazing. Daniel is here. Margaret is here from New Jersey. So good. Of course, we do have Monica. She is also, hopefully, yeah, she is with us in the Golden Ticket Winner group. We're going to talk a little bit about the Vivi, the Virtual Vibes group that she's doing for the All Shift Happening Now community. Beautiful group, beautiful people, free meetups. They do psychic skill training together. Just amazing. I'm very much in awe and love what you all do for the community. So that is very, very special. We do have Nochi with a lot of Japanese characters. She's going to be with us in 1 minute as well. Let me see who else is here. Britt-Marie, hi from Finland. That's so wonderful. Thank you so much for joining in. Joanne, wonderful to join with everyone. Jude is here again. Hey there, lovely ones from Melbourne, Australia. Thank you so much for being awake at, I don't know, 6 a.m. Thank you very, very much. Timothy is here. Portal to Ascension. We're going to talk a little bit about that. It's our good friends from Portal to Friendship. Okay, let's get some guests on here, shall we? Let's see who we got here. First of all, from Portal to Friendship, Portal to Ascension, we do have Neil. Hello, Neil. Oh, he's eating.
Oh, hey, I didn't know it was on camera. That's my face.
Good to see you. Good to see you too. I hope you're doing fine. I'm gonna get someone else on the show so you can finish your meal. Thank you so much. You're good. Where are you, Neil? By the way, right now, are you in Thailand?
I'm in Peru.
Or somewhere? Oh, in Peru.
Yeah.
I thought you were. Wasn't it your plan that you wanted to settle down a little bit? And
yeah, that's my North Star. Thailand is the end of next year, but Peru for now.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, next is she is from Japan, and one of our dear All Shift Happily Now friends, Nochi, is with us.
Hi, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Oh my gosh, I love it.
I'm wearing like this.
I love it. I love the outfit. I love the background. Konbawa.
Konbanwa. Actually, I'm in Germany, but I'm Japanese. Hello,
You,
everyone.
yeah, that's the crazy story, right? That
Yeah,
you're actually Japanese, but you live in Germany, and we met, and now we're going to Japan together.
yeah,
You can't make that up, right?
yeah. Like here, Japan. More like Japan.
Lovely, lovely. I'm
Yes.
probably gonna get myself a kimono as well, and then hopefully they have that with ties also. Uh,
Yes. So,
n- next in our speaker list, it's Eric. Eric, hope you are here.
Yes,
There he
here.
is.
I
There
was
you are.
able to. Yes, hi. Thanks, everybody. Nice to be here. Hi, Nochi. Hi, Neil. Nice to meet you.
Eric, where's your kimono?
This is the streetwear kimono. This is for all those people in the street.
Jedi. Yes, like this.
Yeah,
Jedi, yeah, it looks a little bit like Arcturian or something, like when they have
yeah.
the
Just
wear.
Uh-huh.
coming off the spaceship of time and place. Here we are. Let's do this.
I'm
Let's
Fila.
do it. I love it. I love it. Let's quickly get some other people on here because we do have Karti, Monica, and Diana from the Golden Ticket winner groups as well on the live. I don't see that Karti and Monica have their cameras on, so I hope they. I know they hear me, but hopefully they can activate their cameras. Otherwise, we're going to talk to Diana. Diana, good to see you again. Hi.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Tim. And Tim actually just celebrated his birthday or Earth birthday. Did you do something fun?
Oh my gosh, we don't talk about Bruno. Well, I'm in that constant re-education mode where I'm teaching everyone that we are ageless beings and we're just a continuation of the universe and so on. But try to tell that to your parents and family, right? It's gonna be quite a challenge. But
Exactly.
excited to see you too, and nice to that you're here with us, Diana.
Thank you so much. And I'm looking so forward to hearing all about your Italy adventure.
Yes, we're gonna have a talk about that. But let's fill the space a little bit with even more people, so that our beautiful, pictures are very soon gonna be stamp-sized. With us, I gotta say that Monica is an honorary member of our All Happening Now community. She has set up a wonderful virtual vibes group, which we're going to talk about alongside today. So I really want to honor that. So hi, Monica.
Hi everyone! I love to be with you all. Oh my god, today I'm so emotional. I don't know why. You need to help me. Oh my god. Hi Neil! So long we didn't have you here. And Nochi and Eric, I really love you. I already know it.
Nice to see you.
Guten Abend.
Guten
Oh,
Abend.
minasan!
Wow. Yeah, Monica is also you're probably one of the we have a few more English speaking people in our All Happening Now Japan versions, but I think you feel quite comfy with all these Japanese people around you, don't you?
Yes, I love them.
Me too. It's gonna be so much fun. I would like to get Karti on the stage too, but her camera is off, and I don't know if she has some technical issues. I don't know. Let me quickly get everyone off stage, and then we're gonna concentrate on what we're gonna do today. And also Eric is still here. There we go. Okay. Halil Onay, hello from Istanbul, Tim. Thank you so much. I love Istanbul. I had intense weeks of traveling, and I went over Istanbul, and we did the All Happening Now Japan edition there. And my gosh, currently beautiful weather. I don't know if it's still true, but really special. And then I had to land in Germany, and it was like half the degrees and a little bit of grayish sky. Dama is with us from Brazil. Thank you so much. From Brazil today. Does it mean you live in Brazil, or is it just today? Nettie is from the UK. Thank you so much for joining. I was in the UK as well before I went to Istanbul. Before I went to so much stuff. I'm gonna talk about that as well, because I spent some time with Sammy Hagar, as you've seen. He is an honorable member of the All Stuff Happening Now community as well. It was very, very special and very beautiful. Trevor, hello from Great Britain. Hi there, so cool. I love that we have more people from England and Europe per se. Michelle, hi everyone. I'm working, but they're here in the comments with you. Michelle is the golden ticket winner. She's usually with us, but she's also a tattoo artist. So I assume she's listening to this meditation while her needles are in somebody's skin. Oh my gosh. Hi, Nochi, Eric, Dynamic Duo. Beautiful, beautiful. So many beautiful comments. Agnieszka is here. Hello. Hi. Setting up for my 4:30 appointment. Hello from KCMO, USA. I don't know what that is. I don't know where that is. Anyway. Folks, we got to talk about some stuff. We got a lot of cool things happening. The first thing that we're going to talk about is clearly Italy. Some spectacular stuff happened there. I'm going to talk about Italy quickly, and then we're going to talk together with Neil about some experiences about ETs and so on, because we've chosen to do a webinar together, because we want to inform people a little bit about the ET reality and some of the diplomatic protocols, and also, let's be real, also about the the downsides, but also for sure about the majority of beautiful things that can happen. We made contact. I know I've said that before, and I know thousands of you have watched my Instagram stories when we were in Italy. It's an All Shift Happening Now contact event. We're going to do one in Japan very soon. That's why Eric and Nochi are here. We're going to talk about that as well. What happened in Italy? Well, as you probably have seen, I scanned so many people. I figured out who the right people were, and we went together with 18 people to have a contact event together. You might have seen me on YouTube laser engraving and building a consciousness-assisted technology, a CAT, a cat. Nochi, usually when we do that in Japan, she's going to translate into Japanese. But a consciousness-assisted technology, I was very positive that it's going to work. The prototype and some test runs were very successful. It's a technology that the Germans have developed not developed, but they heavily used it in the 1910s. World War I, Germany was very much focused on consciousness development and quantum physics and all of that stuff. Again, Neil Goy is here. He knows a lot about these things as well. We can talk about that in just 1 minute. When we got to Italy, the moment, dear community, the moment when we put feet on the ground, a crop circle appeared. A crop circle of size of multiple football fields appeared in the northern Italian field, which is typically not. Everyone who's from Great Britain, you're normally the favorite location for crop circles to appear. Italy, not usually. We do have some, but kind of rare situation. So very special when we actually saw that there is a freaking crop circle the size of multiple football fields appearing in Italy. And I ran it through ChatGPT. I sent it to some people who analyze crop circles. There was one opinion that stood out, and everyone said the same thing. Even ChatGPT said that. opening portals to other dimensions. That was the crop circle's meaning. Everyone agreed upon that, and I felt that too. There was very significant nature. The number 7 was everywhere. As you know, we are approaching level 7 consciousness. Well, on this planet, we're a little bit behind. We're still approaching level 4 consciousness, which you all are pathfinders for this beautiful movement. So thank you all for doing that, for all these people out there who need a little bit of extra help and support. But we are approaching, in the universe, we are approaching level 7 reality, which is a unified field of individuality. Very likely we're going to keep our individuality, which is a beautiful thing. So the number 7 was everywhere. Beautiful. Day two, we did a contact scenario. We used the device, me and some others, we were using the device, and it gave out messages. And you're going to see that in the YouTube documentary. But what happened was that the indigenous reptile species spoke to us. And not anyone of that species, the female feminine leader of that species. And you would ask, Tim, what is an indigenous reptile species? Is that the bad reptiles that come to this planet and do a lot of chaos? They live here longer than humans, because as you know, there were dinosaurs. This is first an ant planet. Ants came very, very first. They survived the very early shifts on this planet. Then it became a reptile planet, dinosaurs and so on, 180 million years ago. Then we know that there, came an asteroid, and dinosaurs at that time didn't have the technology to just, make it go away or something. So basically the planet overheated in such a quick time. And basically all the species that were able to get either underground or live in the ocean, or were small enough, or whatever evolutionary benefits they had, those were the ones that survived. Everyone who wasn't fast enough didn't, because the whole planet just overheated. So some species, like crocodiles, sharks, for example, they lived in the oceans. That made them very, very safe of overheating. Some other species, as you know, went underground. So the planet has caves, a huge cavernous cave system, which Normstream science, if you Google correctly, they talk about more and more and more, and they say like, hey, there are cave systems. The Earth is actually not really hollow, but it has huge cavernous structures, as large that in just one of them, you could put all oceans of the world, all the water sources of the surface you could put into. That is how big these caves are. And some animals found an entry point. And one of them is a reptile species, just as, the same size as humans. We're not talking about these gigantic reptile beings, dinosaurs or something. Same size as humans. 182, 1 meter and 82, about 6'4", 6'3" or so. Whitish scale, which I didn't know, but they confirmed that. And they had millions and millions of years to live underground and develop. And as you know, humans are here only for just a quick second of evolution. And they have, developed a certain amount of consciousness. Quite, at least a little bit. So they had millions of years. Imagine what that does to the evolution of a species. It is amazing. It is amazing. And we made contact with their leader. She was texting us. She was speaking to us. And I want you to realize how important that is. She said her species, she's responsible for 80% of the whole species. They do have some segregated outposts, different than surface humans. You don't, if you don't want a passport, you can give it away and get to one of the segregated rogue outposts. But she said her species, her personally, and many others are joining us every month for the Orship Happening Now community life, for the Orship Happening Now meditations. Just realize that in this very moment, it's not the first species that has told us that. There are so many that identify with the Galactic Federation and other things, and they all have told us, we know about Orship Happening Now, we know what you do, we want to shift happily with you. Keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind. Wiggle Room is saying humans evolved on other planets. Yeah, that's kind of true. I mean, even the I think Buzz Aldrin said that on an interview. He said, "quote unquote, we are the aliens. They came in their little spaceships and landed here." That's the man who allegedly was on the moon. You know, he said that in an interview. Trevor is saying they say there's more water in the central Earth than there is on the surface. Yeah, just think about that. Daniel is asking, what is the name of the species? Well, I do know about the species because the projects talk about them. They call them the reptile species. So there is a huge amount of a family of beings that all belong to velociraptors. They come from, they are also connected to birds. Not all dinosaurs are connected to birds, but they are. So it's a reptile bird kind of evolution, as much as I got the information. But I know that in the programs, there are people who are in contact with them, and they confirmed that. They did confirm that. They said, yes, we do have official visitations. That's important too. They are longer here on this planet, millions of years longer than humans. So guess what? They have more to say about the planet. So when you're human and you make your first steps into space and creating UFOs and knowing about all these things, then they have a right to say about something about certain things. So humans go down there in order to get permission for certain things. Don't get me wrong. It's not that they are like the reptiles are ruling over the planet or something like that, which a lot of people are telling or saying. It is more that, species that are longer on the planet have more rights to say about certain things. They also have a huge library. They have a very sophisticated court system and law system, and all of that. So a lot of people in these advanced programs have to go into their system, into their society, into their civilization in order to get permission for certain things. And we were talking to their leader. That is, if the French president, if Donald Trump was on a call, if the French president or someone was on the call, that is less significant than what happened in that Orship Happening Now contact event with them. Just keep that in mind. And with that being said, Karti is here. I see that her video is on. Let me quickly get Karti on and say hi to her. Bonsoir. I guess you're muted. Wait, can I? No, I can't unmute you.
Bonsoir, Tim. Bonjour, everyone. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. I don't have a lot of time because we're moving and I have to go and pack. But I wanted to say hi, and I'll have the computer on, and I will listen to you and be with you guys for the meditation. And I had a question. I don't know if it's a good time for a question, but the species, just quick, the reptile species you communicated with, did you see them in your mind, in your mind's eye, or is it an inner knowing? They speak to you through the little machine that you had, the little pyramid with sentences and words.
Exactly.
But then did it was a knowing that was coming inside of you, the meaning, the what they said, you put it together and it talked to you personally, and when you went into your interior. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I'm not sure if I saw pictures in like a meditative state. So the machine is giving out the sentences, but I had one super overwhelming feeling at the end of the meditation, which was it follows me around, and I want to keep that feeling, and I also want to share it with the community, because I want to emphasize that and keep it in my heart. And whenever we're doing Also Happily Now and all the upcoming years that we're doing Also Happily Now, I want to keep that feeling in my heart, because it was so significant. I asked her, hey, is there anything that we can do in order to give you a smile? Is there anything that we can do as this group in order to, make you happy or give you a gift? And she was saying, yes, there is something that you would do, that you could do. She said, please, could you sing for us? And the reason why she was saying that is, I learned that later on, reptile species don't have vocal cords. So they cannot make singing sounds like humans can do. So we were very timidly and humbly, like humming and doing songs. And the females in the group, it was actually very lovely. It was so shy in a way. And then I had this very strong emotional feeling that actually made me cry. I really cried in that moment. Of like, I felt her voice and this energy of like, you tiny humans, you have so much to learn, and I'm all here for that. And it was so bittersweet in a way, but it was also so loving, and it made me cry, and it was really beautiful.
Nice.
That was what I felt. Karti, I know you have to move. I'm happy that you found a new place to stay with your husband. So thank you so much for being here, and see you very, very soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
That was Karti. So cool. Yeah, it was amazing. So next time I'm going to get Neil on here, because I want to talk to him about these things.
Hey, brother.
Mr. Gore. Hi, good to see you.
Good to be here with you.
Are you
Real quick,
in a
how's
different
my
country now?
sound? Yeah, I'm outside because my internet was really bad inside, but it's windy. So can you hear me okay?
Yes, it's perfect, actually. It works quite well. Good to
see you, bro.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. I mean, Italy was amazing, and the contact experience was amazing. What do you think? I mean, sometimes some stuff that I've also experienced before is like, not all ETs, are super nice and super special. And when we talk about certain species, they all go through something as well. What's your take on that? The balance.
Well, it's very interesting because I have had a few past life regressions over the last few years, and 2 years ago I visited the dragon realms, and I went into inner earth, and I visited the dragons. And after I was done visiting the dragons, I asked them, why am I seeing this? And they took me to Orion, the central star in Orion, Al Nilam. And it was almost like to be continued, because I'd already been in the regression for 5 hours, right? And so next time I decided, let me go and do a regression and go to Orion. And when I went there, I went and visited this reptilian race that came down to Earth through a Stargate in Orion 100 million years ago. And they were responsible for genetic manipulation of dinosaur DNA. And they look like the raptors, the dinosaur raptors. So it's interesting you're saying this, because it syncs up with the story that I've heard or I've been experiencing, that these beings came down 100 million years ago. There were other reptilians that affected the Earth as well. And originally they came to escape prosecution in Orion, but after being on Earth for so long, they healed their trauma and karma, and they evolved to another state of consciousness. So I'm not sure if it's these same beings, but there's a lot of synchronicities within your story.
I love that. See, that's the funny thing about us, we just come together and then we confirm these things. You have like pieces of information, I have information, and then it kind of puts it together, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, also the key point is that, you know, people talk about reptilians in such a negative light, right? And you can't look at all things within a dualistic universe as negative. It's polarity. But just like how we are when we're children, you know, my mom used to say to me, "Why do you only remember the bad stuff?" You know what I'm saying? And it's because like those traumas create such an imprint in our memory system that those are the things that we remember because it hijacks our consciousness. So even though there's been so many beautiful experiences with reptilians, and a lot of us had the DNA connected to reptilians,
Ah, you're a little in and out, Neil. Ah,
and can you hear me, Tim? Am I here?
yeah, you were a little in and out.
Tim,
I hope
can you hear
that's
me?
yes. Now it's working.
Okay, so I'm not sure what we left off at, but what I was saying is that not all beings you can polarize as one thing or the other, and in many times we have a certain trauma with a specific being, and we tend to blanket statement a whole race. You know, it's almost like say a being, an extraterrestrial, came down to Earth during the time of Mongolians or the Romans, right? And they saw what the Mongolian people were doing or the Romans were doing, and then they never came back down to Earth ever again because they said, do you see what they did? They executed people. They were going around. They were pillaging people. You know, so beings evolve, and the story of our existence on Earth and our interactions with ETs are way more diverse than these one group of people are bad. You know,
You gotta admit that if they come back 2,000 years later, they would basically find the same freaking system still in
that's so funny, bro. It depends where they land, I guess.
where they land. I mean, there's still executions on the planet against all. I mean, there's
Yep.
a lot of stuff that's still unsolved, but I 100% agree that you know, you first of all, you can't say about a whole family of beings those are bad. It's just not possible. You can't even say that about a one specific species, right? But
Yeah.
the sentence of like, I'm quickly gonna get, because Edmund Schaeffer, he has a great question here. He says, I don't understand. David Icke says reptoids are a very dangerous species. They are archons that enslave humans since thousands of years. Is that true? I'm going to forward that question because it completely gets into that direction.
So the reptilian and the serpent bloodline. Don't forget, dragons also exist in the universe. Dragons are reptilian bloodlines. The serpentine beings exist in many variations. There's an Arcturian reptilian hybrid that exists in Arcturus, right? Half Arcturian humanoid, half reptilian. So there's many different human species: Lyra, Orion, Pleiades. So calling so if we say that all reptilians are bad, we're basically saying every single race of beings on every single planet within every single dimension are bad. It's no different than saying every single human in the galaxy is also bad, right? And a lot of people that have experience, and I don't think David Icke has had the channeling experience or the connection, he's done it through research. But a lot of people that experience something, they might experience a specific race in a negative way. And the thing that we need to be careful of is we can't blanket statement that whole race based on one experience. You know, like saying all beings are good, right? When some people say every being out there is a good being. Just because that's your experience doesn't mean that's the only experience.
Yeah, it's a personal experience. It's a viewpoint, right? It's a perspective that is formed about experience and impressions too. And if you think about the mixed reality of this planet, you will very likely live a very harmonious life and have many beings on this planet that are just, you know, we get along with very, very well. There might be some few cases, and the funny thing about the human mind, oftentimes people remember, as you said, your mom said, why you only remember the negative. But it is kind of like that way sometimes, and then the imprint can happen. There are some species. Right. I think we got to talk about that, because you and we're going to do a webinar, which I'm very. I love these webinars with Portal to Ascension. It's basically like a full evening with people. We talk about something, people learn something. For them, it's like going to the movies, but with a special group of people. They ask me questions, and I prepare something. So it's an amazing thing. It's in August 16.
The date is, let's see here. Yep, August 16th at 11 a.m.
okay,
Pacific.
Good. I looked it up, but I wasn't 100% sure. August 16th, 16. Prepare for ET contact. I will be on Portal to Ascension, which is Neil's company and Neil's website. But we got to be honest. There are, on this dualistic level of reality, there are still, beings that have tendencies and that have agendas, and just saying that every single being is good in the universe would be wrong at this given time nexus, right?
Exactly. And also, even the ones that are doing negative stuff, if we go to the root of the wounds, what is the wound? See, the thing is, it's just like the prison system, right? Somebody does something that someone doesn't agree with, they throw them in jail or prison, and they keep them locked up in there, and they deal with the consequence rather than the root cause of the issue why something happened in the first place. Yeah, you follow me? So it's like, when it comes to extraterrestrials and even the ones that are negative, the only way we're going to heal and move forward is look at the original wounds that caused these separation in the first place. And everything comes from source. Even the negative came from source, but it became so fragmented from source that it doesn't see itself in the light anymore, right? So it's like having a different perspective. We can't continue to hate the other or push the other away, because it's almost like we're pushing a part of ourselves away by doing that. Just like on Earth and just in the universe, we need to figure out a deeper root of how we can bring harmony. So understanding the polarity is a good thing, but also not judging the polarity and judging the other, and understanding on a deeper level, if you're following me here, is key. So it's why, like, a lot of times when I talk, I speak about the polarity between darkness and light. But I feel what you're doing is great, because there's one thing is, yeah, there's lights in the sky, there's UFOs, but the other thing is, how do we prepare for contact, right? And so maybe you want to just talk about that for a little bit. What are some points that we're going to be diving into on this webinar in regards to preparing for contact?
Yeah, I love that. I'm also in a second, I'm going to put the link down here as well. But it's on portaltoascension.com. I think in the video description, I already put the link in. Well, let's say something first. This All Shift Happening Now community, what you do, we all decided that we want the light. We all want to make it a happy shift. We all ascend, and we all have decided that for our timelines. The one thing that people who are very, very light-oriented and very love-oriented might not be aware of, because it doesn't come natural to them, is that there are very smart beings in the universe as well. There are smart beings that want to infiltrate, that want to influence, that want to that have agendas. Someone who's very full of love wouldn't naturally think of like changing the world to their liking. And again, not everyone who has an agenda is naturally bad. Not even someone who has an agenda and pushes for that agenda is bad, because even all of them, we're all pushing towards a new type of reality shift where things will be more integrated. I know that. I have been deceived by ETs before in the project, and after, also by humans too. Was that my only experience with humans? No, by far not. I've met so many beautiful people here. I've met friends, I've met community people who became very, very dear to me, and so on. I can see the light and the beauty in their hearts. I know that, for example, the reptile queen that we were talking to, she felt that. That's the reason why she showed up. She felt the love in her heart, the light in her heart, and that's what she focused on. I asked her very clearly if she personally thinks that humanity is there hope for humanity, and she was saying, in her opinion, no. But that's her opinion, and still she shows up. So she still sees the hope. She wouldn't show up if she was like, oh no, this is completely a lost case or anything. She shows up, and her people are showing up with the All Shift Happily Now meditation. Other species are joining in too, because we all want to shift happily. And that might seem different for other people. But what people need to realize is there is love and there is a certain type of smartness in the universe. Love alone will not get you through the dualistic universe, because then love would be corrupted. It would run into situations where people would be mocked or be misled or something like that. We've seen that. Neil can talk a lot about Jesus. I've heard him talk a lot about these things. So we know that these things are happening. But then there are also worlds and worlds and worlds of diversity, of love that we get to communicate with. And a lot of them might look very different. They might have different ideas, might have different realities. So we got to come to a point where contact is possible. And one thing that I'm going to teach on August 16, first of all, we're going to talk a little bit about the smart beings in the universe. I don't think that we have the means or should ever try to outsmart them, because that is like trying to hand wrestle with the universe. That's not possible. But what can we do? But also, how can we be prepared and aware that there are traps in the universe, just as much as certain fast food chains which would love to feed all people with poisonous food. If you don't know about these things, then maybe the marketing looks very alluring, and then maybe you bite into one of those Big Macs and double Whoppers and I don't know, and then you feel how you feel after these things. So awareness and knowing that these things happen, that is important. And then how can we get out of that? How can we connect? I will be releasing some of the diplomatic protocols. I will explain to you what to do. If you see an ET, and you will very soon see an ET, because that is where our reality is approaching, don't run towards them. Don't pet them. That's it might sound obvious, but it's obviously not, because we do know that there are cases. I was just on this interview, and the guy was saying, hey, do you know this very famous case where someone had an encounter in the forest, and he felt, I don't know, moved to touch the being, and there are bacteria. They do have bacteria on their skin just as much as humans have. And he was telling me that story, and I didn't know about that story, but he said he went into the hospital and basically died away because of touching a different life form. So there are certain rules, and I think the beautiful thing about these webinars with Portal to Ascension is it is very essential. It's very interesting what we talk about. It is also very lighthearted, so it's not, I'm not going to have a PowerPoint presentation where I'm going to put as much information in you as possible, but we're going to do some tutorials, some exercises was the word that I was looking for. So some exercises to prepare, and then also learning the diplomatic protocols and being very prepared, because all of you out there, you're going to be ambassadors for the upcoming time. Neil, what do you think?
Yes, I love it, brother. Everything you said, so on point. And the you saying that there's so many agendas and they're not all bad. That's a whole other rabbit hole to speak about. It's because in a free will universe, pretty much everybody's got an agenda, and some of them are good, some of them are neutral, some of them are not good for us, but for them, they think it's going to help them out. You know what I mean? So understanding the diversity of what's going on in the universe. And when you talked about the bacteria on the skin, that reminds me of the I think it's Virginia, Brazil case. I don't know if you know about that one, but
I think that was it.
Yeah, so that one's documented. He went down there. The director, James, I forget his name, but he interviewed the people, and yeah, they touched the ET and they got sick from it. And when I think about prepare for contact, the first thing I think of is the level of consciousness we're at. We need to be at the level of consciousness to be open to it, because if we're emotionally triggered, if we're traumatized from our upbringing, if we have mommy and daddy issues that aren't resolved, kind of joking, but I'm also being serious, if we have these things, we're going to project them on an external situation. So it's like the more we heal ourselves, the more we're able to connect. Case in point is the Israeli space minister many years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, something like that, said the ETs are visiting us, but we're not at the level where they can interact with us yet. To me, that was the level of consciousness. So that's important. But the aspect you just brought out wasn't even thinking about is understanding how to interact with them. And people might look at them like they're little cute pets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like knowing like those dynamics is really important.
Yeah, I mean, we have one person. I don't know if she's in the community chat right now, but she told that one story. She was shocked. She had an encounter in the forest, and yes, people encounters are happening. So she saw a reptile being, which appeared to be a reptile being. And she, I hope she's okay with me calling her a little bit of a hippie-hearted, light-hearted being. So she was like, "Oh, there's a reptile being." She wasn't even scared because she was very much grounded in her own love, and she was, trying to approach that being with a lot of love and wanted to, hug and to send some love. And she was very much repelled by that reptile being that, sent this very strong thought in her mind that didn't come from her, which was get away with your stupid love. That was what the reptile said to her in her mind, and she was shocked for years. And she told that story to me. So yeah, it is about the frequency level that we can train, and we all get there. But it's also about like understanding and realizing what is this about, what parents would do when the first time when you see a dog, right? The first thing that parents would probably teach you is like, hey, don't necessarily approach the dog and pet the dog, especially not if it's a bear. I don't know if you know that video. Can I pet that dog? It's a freaking bear, and the baby is running towards it, and it's like, can I pet the dog? And the parents are, oh my gosh, running away. So we're going to talk about these things on Portal to Ascension August 16. And the link is in the video description. It's very affordable. I think we're a little bit over $50 or so. So it's a great thing. It's if you go to the movies, you probably pay more with popcorn and all that kind of crap. So amazing thing. Come and hang out with us. It's promised to be very, very educating, very interesting, and also a lot of fun too. Neil,
it's always fun. It's always fun doing a webinar with you, bro. You're so like charismatic and warm-hearted. It's just like I love the vibes and the information. So I just wanted to share one more time. Portaltoascension.org upcoming events. The link is in the description too. And just on what you just said. Daryl Anko channels Bashar. He spoke about a different somebody who had contact with a spacecraft and how the spacecraft came down, and the person started walking towards it because he wanted to see who it was, but his body's consciousness took over and started jetting the other way because the body was not at the frequency of the craft. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why preparing for contact is so important, and that's why they're not just landing everywhere. It's that our frequencies literally exist within different dimensional bandwidths. Right. So part of this, this webinar we're going to do together, is getting us prepared to be at the bandwidth frequency to usher in open contact.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that, and I think it's very important for people to learn that, and also break out of the expectations that people oftentimes have with ETs. Let's real talk. Let's have a real talk. And I love the webinars that we do together very much too, because they are lighthearted. It's phenomenal to interact with each other. So you will have a chat system, so I can see all your messages and so on, and you will be with other people. There will be people who have had experiences, who might have seen something, who might have experienced something, and if you have this one question about things, there's a good chance that I will have an answer to that. Speaking about answers, Neil, I want to Edmund Schäfer, he had another question, and I would love for you to answer that. So he's saying, are the reptiloids the archons with whom you get in contact when you die? And he's referring to the experience of Isabella Green, who I've never heard about, but I know that you are very much You're not. I thought you know about that, and about his experience.
Yeah, I haven't heard Isabella Green, but I'll be interested in looking into it. And the archons, I would refer people to Laura Eisenhower for archon information. However, if from the information that I've come across, is the archonic energy was a non-personified energy that existed in our solar system before the planets even came about. And the non-personified energy supposedly hijacked actual beings and basically a possession of the reptilians. And now, when you say when you're in contact when you die, I can't really speak on that. But if you're speaking about David Icke, he talks about his new book is called The Trap, and he talks about how when you die, the life between lives is actually, and the life review that you receive when you die is actually an archonic hijacking and isn't a real life review. It's a trap to keep you within the matrix. That's what he's sharing. So you could be talking about that. And yeah, as we said before, there's so many different types of beings, and they're not just reptilians that are negatively polarized. There's humans throughout the galaxy as well that have that, right? So that's the extent of my knowledge on that one, Tim.
Ah, my gosh, yeah, I guess it's true. I mean, we're still in a dualistic universe. There's still some way to go. Ultimately, we all very much know that. We're all just different aspects of the same thing. And the beautiful thing is we're all approaching a more unified and more beautiful field. That's the positive about that. But I think I gotta be very, very real in the when we do the webinar, and then also get it back to the light-hearted things. There is a species that is accused of having contaminated Earth and made it into a prison planet for some, but that doesn't mean that there aren't 100,000 other very positive beings that balance that out and that offer pathways. So on a certain level, it's almost like a chess game. But I think we're reaching a little bit ahead of us. We're going to talk more about that. August 16, save the date, portaltoascension.org. Video link in the description. Much better than going to the movies, because it's going to up-level your reality. Neil, I also had to Google archons. I'm being very, very honest here. I didn't know what that is. Neil, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to get Nochi and Eric on the show. If you do have a little bit more of time, we're going to do the meditation. You can join us. Just let me know in the internal chat. Other than that, Neil Gore, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother.
Okay, let me see if everyone is ready. Also, let me quickly read something, because Laura is here. What is Neil saying? You get unlimited replay access. Yeah, that's true too. I would very much enjoy when you come live on August 16, but I think it's also cool, to have that. So next with us is someone from Japan and someone from the United States of America with a little bit of Mexican descent mixed into him. And both of them, we're doing the All Shift Happening Now Japan show together on every 7th. If you are by any chance fluent in Japanese or want to have a good time like Monica, then join us there. So next on the program is Eric and Nochi. Konbanwa.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Nochi is muted. She needs to unmute herself.
Genki desu ka?
こんばんは、皆さん。Hello, everyone.
Good to see you. I love the shirt, Nochi. Is that truly from Japan, or did you buy it in a Primark in Germany?
A basing
I don't know what it says.
Japan. Yes, I bought it in Japan. Okay, konnichiwa.
There's a very funny YouTube channel, and they go to Japan and they say, how much English in Japan? And they show all the English translations on Japanese shirts, where they say like, Sunset Inn, first come, then we go. Very nice, ha. And people buy these shirts and walk around with them. I guess we're going to encounter that in September because we are going on tour with the All Ship Happily Now Japan community. That's going to be special, right? There's not too many people. I mean, English is still a thing in Japan, right?
She's muted again.
Yeah, just maybe Eric can answer.
Eric, what's
What?
your experience with English in Japan?
In Japan.
It's good when I'm speaking it. I don't really have so much experience with anybody. There's not a lot of people speaking English in Japan that I recognize. It's very, very limited.
Yeah. But
I
you
know.
But
walk.
everybody will do their best to try to speak to you. It's not like it's not like they can't. It's just that it's not really practiced so much, I guess.
Well, it's
But-
actually that they can't, right?
Yeah.
It's not that they don't want to.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they-
It's not that they don't want to. They totally want to engage with you.
They
and say
want
hello
they
and-
want
yeah,
to yeah.
Yeah.
I got to tell this one story. I know I have a lot of funny Japan stories, and I can't wait to make some new stories with you guys in Japan. And Eric, you the other day we were phoning, and you were actually confirming that you've probably experienced that as well. I went to Tokyo. It was in the middle of the night. I had my hotel there. I didn't know where it was because it was dark, and I went outside. Usually I have a perfect orientation, but I went into Tokyo and came back, and I thought, like, I know it was here, but it was dark. So I actually asked this, it was a business guy. I thought he's probably going to speak English because he had a, business suit on and so on. And I had a map. I was like, hey, can you show me the hotel on my map? And he was like, oh, and was like pointing at things and looking. And then over the time that he was standing there talking to the map, not to me, but talking to the map in Japanese, other people came in. It was almost like there was like this guy who was working on the street in like with a yellow helmet, and he looked like one of the guys from the Village People, but the Japan version of it. He came, he was pointing at things. Now they were talking in Japanese. Then this lady, pregnant with a baby in a stroller, she came, she was pointing at things. Different students came along who were also not speaking English, and suddenly within a few moments I had like 7 people who were then pulling my map and holding the map, discussing and pulling on. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And I was looking to my right, and guess what? The hotel was just there. It was just there. I was standing outside and looking at the freaking hotel. And I was like, guys, my hotel is there. No one turned around. They were like all speaking Japanese and pointing at the map. And I was like, that's my hotel. I'm gonna go, okay? And I thought, like, I'm gonna get myself a new map. You can keep that. No one. I was like, okay, bye.
Like a comedy.
I know, Eric. You said like they love to give answers, but not always it's the correct one.
Yeah, that's good-hearted. I mean, at least they want to engage. Better than being in New York and you don't even know your next door neighbor.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, let's not start and talk about New York, because that's
Let's talk about Italy. Tell us about Italy. Tell us about the contact. Tell us about the pyramid thing. I'm sure everybody out there is dying to hear about that stuff.
I know. We have a whole YouTube show coming up. Pia is saying it's a beautiful story. Thank you so much. I take that. Many more Japan stories coming up. Yeah, Italy was it was remarkable what we actually did, and I think it's going to lead a little bit to what we're going to do in Japan. First of all, there's going to be a documentary. I think that's very important for everyone to keep in mind. We are actively working on that right now.
Okay.
So
When do you hope that it's coming out?
I don't know, maybe next week or the week after that. So maybe
Okay,
2
but
weeks.
soon, not like in 6 months or something like
No.
that.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. I
Mhm.
mean, we have a lot of video material, but we want to do like 45 minutes on YouTube, everyone. It's going to be free. free for everyone to watch. And I think it's gonna be spectacular because people got emotional. Like for some people, very emotional and personal stuff happened at the All Ship Happily Now contact event. We had, for example, one person, and some might have seen that on my Instagram post, but she was contacted when she was 20. So now 25 years later, and she never forgot that moment. She said abduction, but it wasn't an abduction is a very harsh word for what actually happened to her, because she was in sleeping in her bedroom, and suddenly this blue skinned being appears in her bedroom, is gently leaning over her. Almost sounds like an erotica or something, but then gives her that most amazing kiss that activated so much love in herself. So even though she called it an abduction, I think it was such a special moment, beautiful. And she never forgot that moment. She thought, who is that? What happened? Why is there so much love to someone that she didn't remember? She thought she doesn't know that being. And he showed up. He showed up in her personal group, because we did like team exercises too, and they were speaking through the device, and he was saying, well, we're actually married, and they were married. It was her husband that was actually giving her that kiss, and the reason of the love is because of that. And apparently beings can have sacred divine unions, and then someone can go out and can go into another reality realm just to make experiences. That was what he's saying. He was saying, you went to planet Earth to have experiences, and he's still waiting for her return. And she was crying and crying and crying. So, and lots of stories like that. You guys have heard about the hospitalized father. For everyone who doesn't know that out there, it's another contact moment. There was a being from another galaxy coming through, speaking to her through the device on the phone. I was about to say through the device, telling her, well, your dad got hospitalized, but he will survive. I want you. This being came from a whole different galaxy just to let her know that her dad is okay. Guess what? Her sister called. She was on the phone. She was crying, and luckily that calmed her down, and she could say, well, she knows that he's gonna be fine. So this is confirmation. This is not only on a personal level very touching and real what happens at the All Ship Happily Now contact event. It's confirmation. It is confirmation, and that's spectacular. And we're gonna do that in Japan.
Yes, we're looking forward to this whole experience, to be able to work with you, to work with this the cat. What is it? Conscious associated.
Conscious assisted technology.
Assisted technology.
Yeah.
Japanese. No.
No, normally Nachi is translating whenever we do that. So.
Yes.
It's like technically it's bunny ears, but
Bunny, actually, bunny.
Yeah. Not dog ears, but bunny ears.
Yeah,
exactly. I don't even know how that developed, but I think it's very lovely what we do with the Japan community. I think we have a lot of fun doing these things. I think.
Those are fox ears.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
What is that craziness now? What's going on here, everyone? Everyone, I wish you all spoke Japanese, but I think a lot of stuff is in English too. So since Eric and I were not so fluent in Japanese yet. I think it's nice for people to come around and check that out. And even if you're interested, Nochi and Eric, we will be in Tokyo and Kyoto in
Mm.
September 14 to 21. Is that
No.
correct? No.
No, correct.
No.
14 to 17.
No.
14 to
No.
17? September 14 to 17?
No.
No.
Would you then please say the dates?
10th of September in Kyoto, and I think 13th and 14th in Tokyo.
Okay.
I think.
So
We're
13th
just
and
thinking.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we should have prepared that before before going out.
Let
Ah.
everybody find out when it's the time. When it's the right timing, everybody's going to be exactly where they need to be. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so too. I mean, I'm not expecting too many Japanese people here, but if you guys want to join us in Japan, in Tokyo, in Kyoto in September, if you ever thought like, hey, Japan should be a cool spot to go there, you know, how cool can it be to hang out with Eric, Nochi, and me in Japan? And then also whoever shows up, because we're going to do a contact event there. That
Right.
means we're going to have the device, we're going to do it together. The three of us, actually, we're going to do and receive some messages, and then do the interpretation and receive the messages. And
it's going to be amazing. It's really going to, I can
gonna be
already
so much
feel
fun.
it. Like when we're talking about it, my skin is going like,
That's so cool. I love that. And Monica is saying Eric and Nochi have fun like always.
Have fun like always.
That's so
that's nice that she's always with me. I can feel it right here.
Yeah,
Monica.
Monica is very, very much involved with the Japanese community. That I think. Oh, wait a minute, she's here. Why am I not getting her on? We're talking about her like as if she's not here.
Yo, there she is, Monica.
I am virtually hugging you. Oh my God, how much I love you.
So
I have so much fun with you.
Funny.
Yeah, thank you so much. I
Like
mean, you
group-
feel a little bit like, oh, sorry, but Monica feels a little bit like the Western queen of everyone in that in the chat. Not sure what did you say?
Team Germany.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All of us have some history.
German roots.
German roots.
Some parts in yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Thank you for saying that, Eric. That was so nice. I
What
hear
is-
you also in my heart. And do you know,
Oh.
in Germany, when you said that, was 11/11.
Oh wow! Just now.
I don't know why, but in the last time I'm always seeing 11/11/11/11.
Those are my numbers. 11/11.
11111. I don't know. The universe wants to show me something.
That you're just the
Wow.
one 4 times over.
Look, we have some more people from Germany. Positive Last Actions is saying he's from he. I guess he's a he. I don't know. Maybe you can give us your name. He or she is from Berlin. I don't know.
Nice.
Like he. Let's see. Ari, she's
Welcome.
translating Ausschuss happily now into German. Nochi, can you read that?
Alles steigen jetzt glücklich auf.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Funny again.
Glücklich auf.
Oh, Eric was good. Eric, can you try it?
Alle steigen jetzt glücklich auf.
Wow. I kind of like that. I kind of like when I'm hearing you talk in
Deutsch?
German. Deutsch. Oh, see,
Deutsch,
I
die
had
Deutschsprache.
a good psionic sense. He is masculine. Daniel.
Oh, wow.
Good
Yeah,
call.
Psychic.
yeah, it's not even probable because most of our community members are actually females. So I don't know, but it.
You said
felt.
he. Wow. Team.
Ari is saying both your pronunciation very good.
Dankeschön.
Dankeschön.
Wow, everyone.
We need
Alvin is from Berlin too. I'll stay lucky now.
I like wiggle room. Like that. I'll stay lucky now.
I
I
live
love
in
that too.
Munich.
Yeah, you guys are in Munich. At one moment, I mean, we had the big conference in Germany. Monica was there too. At one point, we should do something in it's maybe Austria or so. So Connie can,
Okay.
maybe like Munich. I don't know, but maybe a little bit south of Munich in Austria.
I tell you, we should do it at the place where Being Sick is, right? Being Sick, we should just hook up on that day, that special day. We should get everybody out there and open the portal and let everybody have that experience of just pure love.
I mean, you definitely have one fan who would love that because Monica lives exactly there.
You said almost exactly there.
Yeah, cool.
She
Yeah,
is.
I
That's-
can
Let's
help
make
her
a
out.
party.
How
Come on.
That's exactly where we did the last conference. We had
Yeah.
this gigantic ashram that we rented, and then we did a lot of cool stuff happened there too. We had some amazing moments there. Yeah, I mean, I have said that I would never ever do something in Germany again, but
Nochi looks like she wants to say something. Hang on a
oh
second.
yeah, Nachi, go ahead.
Tim,
Yes.
this one.
Yeah, what is that? Oh, this is what Eric did for Van Halen.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Oh my
very
gosh,
good.
we got to talk about that because I'm friends with Van Halen.
With Sammy.
Sammy Hagar, yeah, and we spent time together on together, and we also went to Great Britain, which is the story that I talked about in the beginning. And Eric and Nochi told me, which is so amazing. Eric's one of his first job as a student, I think, as a model, and you were studying. Is that correct?
No, I
Very
was just
early-
modeling.
Oh, you're just modeling. I
I
don't know why
never
my
studied. I never went
Oh.
to school.
I thought it was like you trying to finance your studies or something like that. Yeah,
No.
you got to zoom into that, Nochi.
You got to move it a
the-
little bit to the
cover.
side, Nochi.
Yeah.
There you go. A little bit more this
There
way.
there it is. Everyone, that is the Van Halen cover. And guess whose hands are those? It's Eric. Eric's
Yo.
hands are on the
Can you
front
believe
cover.
that?
Yeah. He's in
Those
that
those
ice cold
arms,
pool.
you just can't tell how young I was there because my arms, they don't really age.
Yeah, I mean that story is spectacular, and I was actually on Sammy Hagar's private plane, and we were talking about. I was showing him Eric's photo, and he was like, "That's so crazy. That's amazing. This is all set up by the universe.
The universe.
It's all happening." And I
Yeah.
agree. I freaking agree. It's spectacular, everyone. That is spectacular.
Amazing. Oh my God.
Ellie is here. Hi, Ellie. Ellie did a wonderful song for All Stuff Happening Now, by the way. She's an amazing pianist. Monica loves her too. Ellie's saying and asking if Eric has watched Zoolander.
Zoolander.
Of course.
Zoolander.
I mean, that's the Bible show for all models, right? You got to learn how to do the look.
Ariane is from Mexico. That's so cool. Thank you so much for joining. Are you Mexican or did you go to Mexico? Just let us know.
Oh, I'm Mexican.
You are Mexican, but Ariana is saying she's in Mexico right now. So, oh, PJ is here too. I think I saw him. Hi, PJ. There you go. There you go. Eddie is saying it was all set up.
Nice.
Eric, how can you be in the chat and on video? How do you even do that?
Eric has two Erics.
I got my clone sitting by his telephone, chatting in the chat area.
Well, maybe Mary, maybe you have like a keyboard on your feet, and then you're like with your toes.
Yeah, how did you meet Sammy? How did you meet Sammy?
Judas asking, love to know more about how the connection with Sammy Van Halen happened to him. He called me and said he's a fan. Isn't that cool? He said those words, and I was like, this is so cool. This was very, very nice. It was actually a very nice moment. And he's Kari, his wife, a beautiful family. Beautiful people out too, and what I love a lot about him is his positivity. The songs are all very much love focused and all enjoying the universe, like, hey, let's have mas tequila and dance around whole night long. And so but other than that, he's very much focused on the good, and he had experiences. He said he was connecting to a blue light being that was connecting him and was giving him all his Van Halen songs. So as we know, being 6 is in the blue dimension, and I believe that is the connection that has connected us all. Even Eric, when he was doing modeling, even so many years ago, probably more than a decade.
Wow.
You think I was connected to being 6 back then?
Yeah.
Since we're all, outside of time on that level.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was super special. I there was so many beautiful things that happened around with Sammy, but getting that message and seeing that you're on the Van Halen cover, and he was kind of, I mean, he said it's in the 70s or so, but he was saying it, he remembers the 80s. He said he remembers the photo shoot. So so I think that's special. It all connects us in a certain way. We're all here to do like the being 7 job, actually. I think that's amazing.
Or being first.
Being first, yeah. In a way, that's very true. Judah saying, might as well jump. Oh yeah. Oh, I should have probably sung that. Amazing. Blue Being, my brother was in a great cover band, Hans Valen. I don't know if that is a typo or the actual band name, but if it's the band name, it's very funny. I love that. Lorene is saying, yes, we all came from being 6. We offered to come volunteered. Yeah, I agree. PJ is saying, I got it. That's so cool. Lori is saying, love it when I come on to catch up and find a live Zoom talking place. Yeah, every 25th, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I think it's a party with everyone. It's very enjoyable. How did the cover shot come about? The actual band name? Yes. Well, Eric, you got to tell the story about that ice cold pool.
Oh, I think there was one of my very first jobs in modeling, and I was in LA, and they said, yeah, you have this job for a band. And I'm like, okay. So they sent me the directions to go to the job, went there, and it was at this, looked like an abandoned house. Went in the backyard. They had a few people standing around, crew and production people, and Van Halen was in there. And we were sitting there talking a little bit, and they were like, okay, we want you to be on the cover, and it's going to do this, but we want to try some things in this pool. And I was like, okay. So I had to get a wetsuit on, and then it was not heated pool, and then I had to be jumping in and out of this pool at the beginning, and then they wanted me to jump in and out with my arms up coming out of the water. So I had to squat down in the water and then jump out with my arms, and then eventually after, I don't know, it was 4 or 5 hours of this, and my legs were blue, my kneecaps, only in a spring suit, shoulders cut off, arms were the only thing with any kind of real color in them. But yeah, that was the story. And they told me it was going to be on the cover, and I thought it was going to be something with my face or my body or something, but just ended up to be this somehow. Yeah, but that's the story. And I think I made like 300, $400 or something for the afternoon.
You might
That's
as well
it.
jump.
That's the model life. That's the exciting life of a model.
Can
That
I
is-
say something?
No, she
Yes.
has to ask
Yeah.
him.
At the time, when I was 3 or 4 years old, I remember the Van Halen's poster in my house.
You had a
Then,
Van Halen poster in your house in Japan?
yeah, then I saw, in Japan, actually very rare, like a foreigners band. Then I was always thinking, who are they? Looks like a lion, like a.
That was with what was his name? David Lee
the-
Roth. David Lee Roth was his lead singer at that time.
Yeah, but 4 or 5 people, foreigners, the poster, only one poster, because my father's sister used to live in same house. Then she left this only poster. Then I was always looking at this poster. Then I didn't recognize it was Van Halen. But after Eric told me about this album, then he showed me Van Halen is like this. Oh, I know them. So like, I was watching always in my house when I was young. It was like,
In Nochi's
God.
head, it's like, wow, Van Halen. Poof, wow.
yeah,
I don't know how you did that, Eric, but that was spectacular. That's good
connected,
effect.
guys.
Yeah, I mean, it
Tuna.
fits to what Ellie is saying. She's saying literally an hour ago, I was thinking, oh, wow, my decisions, everything has been all set up, connected. And right now you guys say that it's all set up. It's wow. Yeah, it is. I mean, that's the amazing thing. And I believe everyone out there, we're all part of being six reality and moving on. That's what's connects us in a way, that we all want to ascend happily, and ultimately we're going to do that. It's our soul's path. That's why it's important to be here, everyone. And again, keep that in mind, how important that is, that species have said to us that they know about all shift happening now, that they join into the meditations, which we very, very soon going to have. Eric and Nochi, we're going to do that together, just as we do in Japan. I don't even know if Nochi wants to do it in Japanese. Maybe it's actually always very. I don't know. Let's hear it in the chat, everyone. Do you want Nochi to do the meditation, the All Shift Happening Now meditation, in Japanese or in English?
English. I prepare.
You want to do English?
Actually.
Let's do the. We're gonna ask the community, and then we're gonna see if people want it in English or in. Eric is saying, this guy, Eric Padilla, is saying Japanese.
Japanese.
Your last name should be Eric Padilla, right?
Yeah.
What do you mean my last name should be?
I mean, the pronunciation.
Padilla.
Padilla, right?
Tortilla.
Do you
Padilla.
Tortilla.
see that those guys know each other for quite some time?
Try to say tortilla.
Tim,
think she should-
actually, today I was preparing for the dragon activation.
Yeah. Oh, the dragon activation. Everyone, we got to do that in English. Actually, Neil, who was here on the call a little bit earlier, he was talking about dragons as well.
Yeah.
Nochi, let us in. Tell us about what you know about dragons and why are they so important in Asia, and why not in Bielefeld?
Yeah,
In Bielefeld.
yeah, dragon is like a real exist, and also I see also in astral traveling. I see also the dragon in my third eye, and astral traveling many times, and also my clients also has how to say, meet dragons in their third eye and astral traveling, lucid dream too. Then they are like guardians of wisdom and higher consciousness, and they helps like a transformation and protection too. Yeah, and evolving of the soul. They helps us to evolve our soul. Yeah.
But why are they so prominent in the Asias? And also, like, would you say that dragons are here for a positive change? Are they positive beings in general?
Yes.
Or is
Are you just saying this after you just got done ripping on the reptilian people? Like after that, you just like reptilian people. They're only bad ones, and now you want to say
I
there's
didn't
only.
say that. I didn't.
I
Say,
know.
I
I'm
would
just
never say
kidding.
that. But I want to know, because I mean, dragons. We know that in the Asias, China, Japan, dragons are huge. They're huge. So
we all know that in Shrek, the dragon was really sweet.
Lemurians, you know, the area of Lemuria.
I mean, did they really marry a donkey?
Yes. Why is it not possible?
No, I love it. I love in Shrek when the little dragon donkeys with the little wings are fluttering
Wings.
around.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I love
If
it.
you can think it.
Oh, 100%. There will be a dimension somewhere where unicorns are true, and they will have a poster and say, "We don't believe in humans."
No, they'll have a poster of Van Halen with my arms up there.
That might be true. That might be true. Nachi, why is that? And what's the energy of dragons? And is it only like, is there something that combines them all, or is that very, very different energies that come from dragons?
Oh, dragon's energy, like cleansing, transformation, and yeah, like water, related to water, dragon is, and phoenix is related to fire, right? Yeah. Then dragon helps us more like connect. Dragon is like a how do you say, middleman of the higher beings, more higher beings and human. Dragon connect to the higher beings, you know.
Yeah. The in Germany. By the way, I got to read that comment because Lorraine is saying that we're all the future of being six. I will love being with all of you, and I think that's so. That is like we are the upcoming versions of being six, and we are changing the outcome, and we are the evolution of them as well. And I think that we should all keep that in mind. There's a lot of responsibility that comes from that. But it's literally amazing. Debbie Solaris, who's a very well-known and loved All Shift Happily, extended All Shift Happily now speaker, and she was in Germany too. Monica, you were in Germany. You might remember that as well. She was talking about the dragon energy as like very protective energy that we can call into. It's very interesting to me. Very interesting, especially that in the Asian culture space, that dragons are so popular. They're right. Are they being feared, or is it more that people call them in for protection, Nachi?
Yeah. Just let me show the picture of that my client's daughter draw when her mother was listening to my lecture. She could see this one, you know, this one. Can you see that?
Wait,
Stop.
let me put you on. I can somehow solo layout.
Yes, the 8 years old girl, you know, drawing this picture, you know, the dragon. She saw this one, the third eye. The 8 years old girl, you know, draw third eye and dragon. Even she doesn't know, you know. Usually, I didn't talk about dragon and third eye, but she draw this, like a dragon. It's weird. It's
So the girl was sitting when Nochi was doing the broadcast, and in the
Yeah.
broadcast, while her mother was listening, the little girl was tapping into the energy. And while she was speaking, Nochi was speaking, this little girl was drawing these drawings out of her
Oh.
own tapped in energy. She was drawing this herself with this energy of a snake going inside of her, and then inside of her third eye opening up with this dragon inside. It was quite amazing.
It is very interesting. Ariana is saying that Quetzalcoatl could be related to dragons too. For everyone who doesn't know what that is or what they are, it's a feathered serpent in Mexico.
It could
very,
be from
very
the first alien, right? The first species were reptiles that were birds, you said?
But
Yeah,
actually,
yeah, yeah.
dragon is a fairy. Like
Dragons
a,
Well, there's different types of dragons. There's all different types. There's probably small fairy ones, and there's huge ones. You know, there's every realm you can imagine. Whatever your brain is able to think about, you're able to tap into as an energy. So I wouldn't limit the thing of saying that they're just fairies or they're just images. I really believe there's a realm where dragons exist and have a language and are loving beings and communicate with all different beings in our universes.
Eric is very, very sophisticated in his answers. I love that. That's very true. Lydia is asking a question that is very much on my mind. First of all, I'm so excited going to Japan with you guys, and we're going to step into that culture. As you know, I have a plan of bringing uplifting content to YouTube. No more clicks for videos that, where you throw your grandma under the bus or do pranks or all that nonsense. We're going to do some uplifting content that is also helping souls. It is so important. I'm going to bring camera equipment and stuff, and we're going to do our best to have like a travel vlog in Japan too. Guys, be prepared for that. But Lydia, where's the comment? So many comments. There we go. Lydia is asking the question that was on my mind, because I don't know too much about dragons yet. I'm very happy to get to know positive and friendly beings and supportive and protective beings in the universe. But she's asking, it goes so fast. She's asking, why do Draconians have a bad reputation? Are they not also dragons? And that is something where my mind was thinking of a little bit too, because they do have first of all, the Draconians, they don't very much like when we talk about them, but they intermingle with this. They have intermingled for quite a long time with this space. And they're definitely not the species that most people would like to hang out with. We got to be open and true about that. It is just what it is, and probably they're even proud of that. But they do have a class of beings, a ruling class that has wings, and they see themselves as dragons. So it doesn't very much fit with the idea of the protective dragon energy and so on. But I think that we're talking about different species and different energies here. The way that dragons are depicted in the Asias traditionally throughout so many countries and cultures is very different compared to what Draconians look like. So basically, I think we're talking about a different energy. She's nodding. So what's your take?
Yes, Draconians are not dragons. Dragons are very friendly and they protect us. And yeah. Draconian is not.
What is a Draconian exactly? I'm not so familiar with Draconians.
Yeah.
Is it a human form, or is it like
no.
form?
They look like the the classic. Many go so far saying that some of the huge dinosaurs, like T-Rex skeletons that we find on this planet, that they are like genetic experiments from them. So I would actually say, and I think a lot of people agree, that the Draconians are the type of reptile species that has pulled down every other single reputation of any other reptilian species throughout the galaxy. Because they're very much orientated towards destructive energy. Some of the worst things on this planet, allegedly, we want to always be in favor of the innocent, but a lot of the things on this planet, brutal stuff and so on, very much related with their culture, and they don't have much friends around the universe because of their behavior. They don't show up very friendly at all, and some of the worst things that I could think of fall into their category, and it's just what it is. It is what it is. We got to be honest here.
It is what it is for each individual. It doesn't mean that it's for everybody the same.
Yeah, I think it's good to point that out, because I heard some rumors that even in their species, which there isn't. I don't see a lot of light in their species, but I think that there are, even in their species, some individuals that kind of like detach themselves from what's happening with them. But yeah, some human military is at war with them actively, and they have corrupted certain things and done some stuff that's just not cool at all. Not cool at all. If you want to learn more about and how to actually get away and be aware of these things, but also how to move away from these things, August 16 on portal2ascension.org, we're going to talk about some smart beings, because at least we got to say that they do have they have evolved around some impressive strategies. They are smart beings, fearsome beings and cruel beings in their culture per se, from the standpoint of human norms, and probably everyone else in the whole galaxy and beyond would agree. But they are indeed, they have smartness. They do have smartness. At least that we can say.
Did you see this one where he says the dragon and his granddaughter? Did you see that post? Down two more.
Two more. Oh, yeah, there we go. A long-term reptile contactee, greatest blessings of this lifetime. Yeah, I think we got to be very, very honest here. Just because someone falls into the biological category of a certain species, it doesn't mean that that they're per se good, bad, or anything. There are so many different species, and we've encountered. I mean, Monica, you were in Italy with us the year before. Where we did some prototype testing and so on, and you were also in Germany. We had contact with a reptile species that was telling us that they are tired and they want these things to stop, where people think just because someone looks like a reptile that they're horrible creatures. And they told us that their species and culture was about what, Monica? About
actually they are very nice, and they don't like to be seen as the bad one. And they said we have big eyes, but they are not so.
They're actually okay.
They want to be beautiful also, because they are just different. It's not that it's ugly, or they are just different, but we see them as not being beautiful, and they said it. They wanted to be seen as also beautiful. I felt them as being wonderful being, and I'm not afraid to say that sometimes I feel connected with them. at that day, I was still remain in contact with them somehow the whole night. I know it's
Nice.
crazy. I felt in my finger, energies coming. And I know if I call them, if I
Yeah.
need them, they will come and protect me. And they
Daniel,
made us laugh for 20 minutes. So
yes,
that was positive. That was amazing. That was beautiful.
exactly. That's the point that I wanted to make. They said their whole culture is very much focused on comedy and very much focused on and making people laugh and so on. They made us laugh. They said like, you humans should laugh. That's better for you. Laughing is a great healer. And they kind of filled the meditation tent with some type of frequency. And it was like it felt like we were all on drugs because we were laughing hysterically for 19 minutes straight. If Cindy is here in the chat, she has a recording of that. 19 minutes, everyone. I don't know when the last time was that we laughed for 90 minutes. Daniel's saying that too. Some are very funny. Yeah, and it happened too. And I'm not getting tired to tell the story too. When we were doing we have a comedy club that is based upon them, because they said, quote unquote, they have big eyes, but they're actually okay, quote unquote. So we created the they have big eyes, but they're actually okay comedy club, where we talk about, where we do stand-up comedy without the insults, without the mockery of people and so on. Nochi is actually doing a comedy tour with that
Rome.
Japanese. Yeah, Rome, right, exactly. The Japanese actor, Hollywood actor too. It's very, very cool. These are things that all come together. I think that's very, very spectacular. I want to get Diana on this call because she's the only one who's like listening so nicely the whole time. But
We're in here.
somehow you weren't in that part before.
So I was wondering, I've been hearing you all talk about these incredibly fascinating different species. And so what I was thinking was, since it sounds like they've all lived such long lives, I mean, thousands of years, millions of years, that makes me wonder, have they mastered all health issues? And does anybody know the answer? And then if they have mastered health issues to be able to live that long, have they given you any insight on how humans can solve their health issues, our health issues? I have a lot of health issues I would love to resolve.
That's a great question, Diana, because that's I can give a clear answer to that, because we asked the reptilian queen of the reptoid species that lives underneath our feet, about 60 miles down deep. And we asked her, first of all, we got to say, just because the species has evolved over 10 million years, their individual age doesn't, they don't age, they don't live that long. So they do have individual lifespans. I don't quite know how long they actually live. Usually beings that are kind of on the horizontal line, they all kind of live the same life, have a similar lifespan. But I don't know. Maybe they live a few hundred years more than humans, but very obviously not like millions of years. But we asked them. We said, like, first of all, do you guys have death? And second of all, do you guys have healing machines? And they were saying, yes, they still encounter death in their society. They're not so much further advanced, even though they had millions of years more of experience. They have not yet reached a spiritual level where they completely just knock out death. We haven't met so many species at all that have done that before. We do like a few species we know of that have overcome death, and they're very exotic in a different way. But they do die, So, but they said they have machines down there that can heal their bodies completely, 100%. And then we were asking, can humans use these machines? And they said not these particular ones, but they have the technology that could heal any human being completely. They do have these technologies. Yeah.
I would love to try that.
Well, you can always do the blue being light meditation, where you imagine your body being a silicone, crystalline, pure white, clear, and then you fill it with blue light, and then you take all the toxins out of your body and drain them out through your feet. And then as it flattens and as everything leaves your body, then when all the blue is taken out, then you fill it back up with blue light again and light it up with violet light around the outside. And you can do that in the night before you go to bed and in the morning, and release all whatever's in your body as toxins, whatever's going on. And then set the intention so that you can get the information that you need downloaded for the foods that you need to eat, for the exercise, for the right books, for the people to talk to come into your lives, because everything's already set in motion. And now that we've already are talking about it, you can access that with a lot more ease, more likely.
Thank you. That sounds wonderful. And I know Tim has some great meditations in his STA Academy.
Academy. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, the beautiful thing, thank you for bringing that up, because, Diana, because the beautiful thing is when we do these meditations all together, they enhance each other. And that's, we are at a time where we actually, through our spirituality, we come to a place where we can heal things. It's up completely in the realm of possibility. And just because, people have held these technologies away from the mainstream, we are approaching a time where it becomes more and more necessary for us to develop these routines in our own bodies. We can do that. Our bodies are just as divine as our consciousness and everything else.
Because technically, we're not healing anything. We're shifting to a parallel universe where that body, that frequency is healthier. And because we believe that system, we believe those beliefs, the meanings that we're giving our reality, we keep on repeating it, because there's billions of flashes of us living a reality in a second. And because we keep on passing these thoughts through our mind day in and day out, we keep on having to support that reality. So as soon as you can stop telling a story, whether it's a negative story about what you believe a being is like, or your parents, or your friend, your relationship, whatever your body is, you can start shifting the neurons in your brain and creating the accesses points that you need to start creating the body that you want. And the body already changes, science knows, every 7 years completely. Your blood, your bones, everything. So
under 1 year,
forget a lot of that stuff.
If you look at the molecular structure of the body, every single atom is fully replaced in under 1 year. That's completely true. I mean, we're also exchanging atoms with the wall and like anything around us, this microphone. But ultimately, that should tell us what's going on. I said that, I think yesterday to my mother, who was, talking about things. And I said to her, every single atom is replaced in under 1 year. And the photonic level holds the information. When people keep repeating, the informational stream that either others or themselves have put onto them, then the outcome is pretty clear. But in the very moment when we change the informational input, the reality will change. And that's how these machines work. They only use technological consciousness, which is a little bit faster, maybe, because AI is a little bit faster than organic consciousness. But it's the same thing. It's not repairing anything. It is just impregnating the information in the molecular structure, and then the outcome will be a different picture. We're just changing the canvas.
But what's important what's important to remember is Trina's question is about broken bones, is that you have a belief system. If you don't believe that the universe has your back, then you have to clear up your belief system and the meanings that you're giving to things. Otherwise, you can't just go, well, yeah, I believe it. Why doesn't it work? And then you think like, well, the world is shit. This guy's terrible. Or, you have to really do the work to clear up your belief systems. Because as I wrote in the chat earlier, we are so fed all the time fear and separation. It's in the music, it's in our cultures. Everywhere we turn, we're being fed some form of fear and separation. So you have to really establish a new belief system. You have to let go of everything, and you have to really trust, not that you aren't trusting, because we're always trusting in something, but you have to put your awareness and your focus on what is it that you're really trying to accomplish, and how serious are you about it, So that's important. What's relevant and what's related to your upbringing and knowing is very important.
Yeah. Planet Earth is for sure not the most aligned planet to heal. There is the installation. I know everyone in the All Shift Happening Now community, what that is. But if you just listen to the music, or better don't, but some of the normstream music that is like like pushed upon people all the time, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like being in I had to be in some taxis, some cabs, because of traveling. It's crazy, like what's going on the radio and what these taxi drivers are listening to the whole day. That's impregnating their system. That is crazy. You don't want that. You don't want that in your system. So better listen to positive meditations, do the All-Shift Happening Now meditation, talk to your own body, create your own reality field. It's your responsibility. And if anything good comes from all this craziness on planet Earth, then that we better move into that direction, because there is no other choice. There's no one on planet Earth right now that is releasing some of that technology at the moment. We hope that it's going to happen in the next few years. The Reptilian Queen was also saying that potentially a lot of people from I would assume our community. She said the circle. She called that our circle. So I would say the All Shift Happening Now community. But she said like there's a good possibility that people will be invited into that realm for recreation and healing and so on and so on. But right now, the best we can all do is teach our bodies that they're eternal, they're ageless, they can rejuvenate, they can rejuvenate all the time, because it's an informational field and we need to change that. And in order to make it very clear and obvious, I'm going to read Trina's comment, because she's saying that her knee is horrible, but she doesn't think that either the knee replacement or the meditation, I'm not 100% sure, I don't want to assume, but she's saying she believes that it's not going to help her. The most important thing is belief, because the universe is a mental structure, right? It's an informational structure. We just learn what light actually is. Light is an expression of information, and the information comes from the mental process. It also comes from the outside on this dualistic universe, in this universe, but it comes from the mental process. So impregnate the information correctly. Never let anyone tell you that something is not possible in the infinity of possibilities. That's my TED talk.
Also, it's important that people understand that we put ourselves in situations to look deeply about our growth and our expansion of who we are as people, And when you've had a knee injury for something that's damages, usually the knee is about bending yourself to the knowingness of a greater power, has a lot to do with stability in your life and where you are, the legs to move forward. There's so many things about it. So what is this injury or this challenge brought to you in your life that you would have never looked at or been challenged to know more about yourself in this way? Does it make you change your diet? Does it make you change your lifestyle? In what ways has it helped you expand yourself? I don't believe that there's anything happening in our world that's not supporting us if we can flip that belief system to see it as that. I really believe that you have to know that the world, the universe is here supporting us. It's nothing here that's trying to bring us down in any way.
Yeah, that's very, very true.
Beautiful. And I love all of the insights and knowledge and information and wisdom that all of you have been sharing. And Tim, thank you for your Tim Talks, not the TED Talks, but the Tim Talks. And I've been part of this All Shift Happily Now community for over a year. And I can say that I truly feel the love and support from all of you. And I've gotten to know a lot of the people in the chat and all the different TTR classes and Monica's group and so on and so forth. It's just been so wonderful and uplifting. And I would say that I've been on this spiritual journey of the mind, body, and soul. And it's truly helped me so much. I do feel a lot better, but I need to keep working on it. So
yeah, I mean, we're all work in progress. Please, first of all, Diana, thank you so much. You're so loved in this community. You all are, you know, everyone here, and I think that's a spectacular move, because the universe is just building and filtering these beautiful souls and bringing them all together, and then we shift happily, not only in this species but throughout the universe. There are other species too. I think that's amazing. Just all keep in mind, we're all evolving on this level, you know, just because you know, some have a little bit more experience, or there's still stuff in dualistic universe that we all need to figure out. And never ever, please, don't put any species on a throne out there. Don't do that. Everyone, there is no perfection on this level. You know, we're all learning. And even higher beings, you know, so-called higher beings, I like to say higher, more experienced beings, you know, they're expressions of ourselves, and they're also learning. Even being 6 was humble enough to remark and to say that, and say, like, we are evolving through you, through us. We are all evolving, and we're aspiring. Being 6, that we're aspiring to level 7 being. We want to be the completeness, and we want to see what that is. So we're all on a path. Please keep that all in mind. I think what we should do, everyone, because we're almost at the 2-hour mark, and we do have a beautiful, wonderful meditation all together. I could hang out with all of you forever, ever. I have a feeling we all will. But there's one thing that every time when I do these community lives, and it's, you know, it's a lot to handle and to keep track of, but there's one thing that fills my heart. And even in moments when I was you know, working on stuff myself, and I'm in a certain role and so on, but every time we did the meditations, I come out with so much energy, so much love, so much health, and it feels so good. So I would like to invite everyone to do that. Yeah, and Eric, Nochi, me, we know what to do. I would start us off, then Eric is doing something, and then Nochi is connecting us to the dragon realm. And maybe you can even add like a few sentences in Japanese so that people get a little bit of authenticity, because I think it's super special. Treat that as light language, everyone. Nochi is gonna I would say I guarantee that she's going to put something nice and put some nice energy into the Japanese version, and then let's all get refreshed into the next month, because that's what we're here for. And keep in mind, in this very moment, there are the indigenous reptiles and other species that are all invited, and they are all joining in, and they're doing this meditation with us. So I would say, please keep, I'm gonna just, Nochi, I'm gonna mute you, and I'm gonna mute Eric. Keep in mind, when I'm done, Eric is next, then you, and unmute yourself. So otherwise we can't hear you. And the technology, everyone, the technology.
I think Monica can do a meditation. I think she'd be really good at doing them. She could take my place as doing the meditation. Look at her. She looks excited to do that. Look at that. Look at her face. She's just like ready to jump in there. Tim, I think I'm going to bow out and let Monica do that. I'm pretty sure she's got so much love to share with everybody. What do you think?
Oh my gosh, Monica, what do you think?
She just got to raise her hand and unmute her and see if she's up for it.
I don't think I have a choice, right? No, I will try. That's what I promise. I will try to do
Love it.
something.
Okay. So
Wonderful.
it's Tim, Monica, and Nochi. We're doing the meditation, everyone. This is how you get promoted here and put into the ice cold water without preparation. Monica, whatever you feel comfortable with, just join us for that. I'm still going to mute. Oh, you're all muted. Very, very nice. All right. And with the power and the magic of the technology here, we should have some background music. Okay, everyone at home and around this this planet, this reality, and also everyone in other dimensions, in other realms and civilizations. Let's all for a moment, let's go all together into meditation. Let's do this all together, and let's put all the jokes aside and all the lightheartedness, and really do enter this space where we can change the timeline, where we can change the reality field, because that is within our power, and we are waking that all together. So I'm inviting you around the world to just find a comfy place, have your eyes closed, listen to my voice, and then let's go into a nice, sweet trance and meditation together. Give yourself a moment of relaxation, a moment where you breathe in, and a moment where you breathe out, just to get yourself into a very comfortable, very nice, sweet spot. Feel and realize that you are consciousness, you are intelligence, you are living and a living embodiment of your own reality field. And the first exercise that we always do is we connect everyone, because it's all shift happening now. So let's see around the planet and see that there are millions of souls who can feel the call, and who might have not ever heard about all shift happening now before, but they still feel and know and realize that they want to shift into happiness. Because it is something that we all agree upon. Happiness can be something very personal, something very beautiful. So let's connect all these beings. Let's start here in the chat, and let's start and connect everyone who's currently in this All Shift Happily Now community life. Let's connect them mentally. Let's expand that call, and let's see on a soul level that there are millions of beings who will now receive a call from us, and their soul will bring them in for us and will connect them to this All Shift Happily Now community. And even when they are still maybe at this very moment just waking up to that reality, they are already on a soul level connected. Remember that Being 6 told us that there are 500 million of us on this planet. 500 million of the Being 6 family, beings with different backgrounds, different experiences, different ideas and cultures and locations, but they're all here. So let's all connect to them. If it helps you, imagine the planet Earth and roam around and see these lights and see these beings that are already moving towards the happy shift and already activated, and give it a little bit of energy, make them all lighten up in front of your eyes. And then see all these beings where the light is inside of their soul, and their role in this earth reality might not yet know it. They're still awakening in that very moment, but now listen and make them even lighter. Connect them into this. Know that on a soul level, they want to shift happily with us. And now realize that they are friendly beings. There are friendly beings all around the galaxy, on this planet. Send some loving energy and some friendly connecting energy. Acknowledge these beings. Acknowledge that there are these reptile beings, the reptiles on this planet. Send them some friendly energy. Send something into their leader's heart. Thank them for their appearance, for what they do, and connect them in. Know that they are joining us. Know that there are beings of the Galactic Federation. They all told us they know about All Shift Happily now. They know, and they join into these meditations. Feel some gratitude. Realize that there are so many aspects of the same being that all of us are. And all of these beings want to shift happily. So thank them. Send them some good energies, because that energy will open up frequential doors for us. It will open up and will return in a loving way. The more we send this loving energy to each and every one of us in what they call our circle, in our extended community, know that we all want to shift happily. We might have different cultures, we might have different looks, we might have different interests, but we all agree that the universe is one being, and this being wants to strive forward into happiness, into harmony, into divine bliss. And on this path, we want to support each other. We want to acknowledge each other, and we want to meet each other in a way that we can give someone else support on their path. That is so important. And if it's only sending someone good wishes and sending someone the heartfelt love and sending some good energies to all these beings, and hold the vision that they shift into even more happiness through what we do, and that we shift into more happiness with them and through what we do. And then realize how important, how amazingly important the job is that we all happily do together on this planet. And let that sink into your heart. And maybe think of this moment when the reptiles were saying, oh, all these tiny humans, they all got so much to learn. And then feel into this love, into this hope, and into knowing that we are going to learn. We're all learning together, and we're all getting along through this harmony, through our intentions, and through the divine love that connects all of us. And with that said, I would pass it to Monica so that she can have her debut.
I will try to continue what Tim already did with all of you, not just from Earth, but also inside Earth, outside Earth. Because in this beautiful moment right now, I can feel some beings that are watching us. And they are telling me to say to all of you, they love you. I can feel their love. And I can give you my heart to all of you. It's all I can do, and I know to do so good. I can love you all. And I want to help me to connect all of you right now. Not from this moment just, from the upcoming times, from people that are going to watch after, from the past. Every being that is trying to connect with us, I call them all now, because the only thing that can unite us is love. And I want you to make a big circle around this little planet Earth. Imagine millions of people take their hands. I will say just some big country or maybe continents. And when I will say the word, feel yourself wherever you are, that you take a hand to a friend, to someone that you like and love from this community. And if it's nobody in your head, I will give you my hand. So I will start with North America and Canada. Love you all so much. Take your hand. Be with us. Mexico, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia, just love. Make it simple. We don't need nothing else. We are so different, but that is the beauty in it. We need to start love each other, how we are, and ascend to the higher being, to the best part of us. I love you all, and I know you can do that too. Thank you for being with us. Come with us. Stay with us. We will create beautiful, amazing things together with so much love. And I gently, beautifully pass it to Noji.
Thank you, Monica. It's beautiful. Today, I'm going to activate the sacred dragon energy within and around us. An ancient multidimensional force that represents power, protection, transformation, and deep soul memory. Dragons are not just mystical beings. In many traditions, they are seen as guardians of wisdom and higher consciousness. Through this short guided meditation, I will connect with the dragon spirit that is ready to awaken within you to support your next stage of evolution. Just relax, open your heart, and allow the energy to follow. Let's begin. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. One more deep breath in and let everything soften. Now, in your mind's eye, see yourself standing in a sacred space, perhaps a mountain tops, above the clouds, or a temple deep in nature. Feel the wind, the earth beneath your feet, and the presence of ancient power all around you. From the sky, a big dragon begins to appear, glowing with light, radiating strength and love. This is your dragon guardian. It could be a white, gold, or rainbow dragons. Trust whatever form comes to you. The dragon circles above, then slowly descend. Landing gently in front of you. You feel its breath, powerful but calm. Place your hands on your heart and silently say, I am ready to awaken. I am ready to raise. Dragon Spirit, activate with me now.私は準備ができています。私は目覚める準備ができています。私は目覚める準備ができています。龍神様、私の中で今目覚めてください。皆さんのサードアイに今、龍神様が入っていきました。Your dragon spirit is now enter through your third eye and going to your spine. The dragon touched your forehead or heart with its luminous light. You may feel warmth, vibration, or a rush of energy. Breathe it in. Let it awaken your inner strength, clarity, and divine purpose. Allow the dragon's energy to weave through your body, your spine, your hands, your voice, your soul. You are now aligned with the ancient force of transformation. And now, gently thank the dragon. Watch as it rises into the sky, knowing it is always with you. あなたの龍神様はいつもあなたの周りにいます。あなたが必要なとき、いつもあなたは声をかけて助けを求めることができます。Your dragon spirit is always around you. Please talk to them. They help you. Please become a friend with your dragons. They want to help you. They are here to help humans' ascension. Believe them and love them. Take one more deep breath. So, wiggle your fingers and toes, and when you are ready, open your eyes. Thank you very much. ありがとうございました。
Ooh, that was very, very nice. Everyone, that was so, so cool. I would invite you to come back into that, and we're going to do an all shift happening out together. And we invite all these friendly beings from all galaxies, all reality fields, all the dimensions, everyone who wants to shift happily. Let's all put that energy in together. And I would like for you to unmute yourself so we can do it all together, even here and, of course, at home, everyone. Let's do it all together. I mean, come on, that's why we're here, right? So everyone around this world and other worlds and everyone, let's do it in 3, and 2, and 1. All
shift happily now.
Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. Monica, what a beautiful debut. And Perry is saying, that was freaking amazing. That was so nice.
Thank you so much. I was thinking during your meditation what I'm going to do, and I said in my mind, do what you know. I know how to love. Then do it. Love everyone. Unite them. So it works, right?
It worked so much. Oh my gosh. I especially love the moment when you said, if you can't think of someone, then
Think of me.
take her hand. And that was so special. I felt that very, very much. Rainbow is saying something in Japanese. Nochi, can you translate that?
Thank you.
It's saying thank you.
Yes, yes.
ありがとう。
Arigatou gozaimasu. Oh,
Yeah.
this is so nice. Rainbow, are you from Japan? That would be so cool. That was beautiful. Thank you all so much. I want to quickly announce something because at the end, all golden ticket winners, that's we want to honor them too. Today we have Diana here and we have Monica here. Diana, thank you so much for being here, and every time that you're here, it's really a delight. Monica, you're welcome. Monica, I want to give you, first of all, thank you so much. And doing the meditation today was very, very great. I want to give you an option. Let's talk quickly about the virtual vibes group too, because you did something very special, and I think a lot of people felt the love to hold your hand in this process. You did something so special, and I want to point that out. How proud we are and how happy we are that we got you. You created a friendship group called All Shift Happily Now Virtual Vibes. Is that correct?
Yes.
So special. And I know there are so many people here, and there will be more people watching the replay. I'm still figuring out how we can do that, but there is an email address that you registered. If you could put that into the chat, and then we put it on the screen. And the balance, the limitation. We don't want like random people that just see the video to just spam your group, which I believe we only have beautiful people here anyway. But it goes on YouTube. So if you guys want to join the All Shift Happily Now Virtual Vibes group, it's a lovely group. You guys meet twice a month. It is all about friendship. You do some games together, psychic games, for example, and it's just a beautiful thing. Send an email to Monica. Reach out to Monica either on Instagram or send her an email. Can you type that into the chat? Because then I'm gonna put it. Michelle is saying All Shift Happily Now. That's so nice. Lorene saying it's very welcoming. It is very welcoming. So beautiful.
I tried to put it on the screen where my name is, just a little bit, and I will have it. Okay.
What's that?
I will try to put instead my name, the email address, but I have to look a little bit to it. So very soon I will got it. Just because I think it's gonna work if I will do this.
Oh, look at that. Hi, Yutori. Oh my gosh. She's with us. Oh, Yutori is a great support with the All-Ship Happening on Japan, because she's doing a lot of translation. I don't know what she's saying. Nochi, can you translate that back?
Thank you very much.
Is it like arigato gozaimasu again?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I should learn that by now. Did you put it in the chat?
I put it, but you have to show exactly right now. And this address on the screen. And
Oh, that is smart. Oh, that is so smart. Okay, so the email, I'm gonna still put it in there, is vvallshifthappeningnow@gmail.com. Let me see if I can put my own. Yeah, there we go. So everyone, I want to honor Monica for this last part of this community live, because that's an amazing group. She's doing so much loving things for the All-Ship Happening Now community. We love her so much here. She had an amazing journey and evolution through All-Ship Happening Now, and she just forwards that to so many people. So if you guys want to make some new friends and connect with them, send her an email, say who you are and why you want to join. Be nice, drop her a heart, say something nice, and then Monica will connect to you. It's free, it's beautiful, and it's a friendship group. So thank you, Monica. Thank you, Diana, for being here, and see you next month. And then we do have Nochi and Eric. Both of you, thank you so much. I'm going to see you on the 7th, because that's where we do the Japanese one on Nochi Dreams. You probably know her channel. It's going to be halfway Japanese, but it's also a little bit of English. So if you want to join, it's always fun to do so. Thank you both so much. And very soon, I'll see you in Japan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Monica.
Thank you so
everybody.
Thank you, Eric.
Bye.
Lovely. Everyone, I freaking love this. This is the All-Ship Happening Now community live. Every 25th of 2025, we meet here. We do something special. We have these amazing talks. You're invited. If you like to show up, give us a like, Oh, that's a good idea, by the way, too. If you see this, if you like that, and if you're unsubscribed, subscribe to All-Ship Happening Now. Give this video a like. I'm supposed to say that. And we see you next month.
All-Ship Community.